Hi, I'm Rebecca Thompson. I'm here with Hilton.
Hello.
And we are talking about the 5 elements, and we are ready for the final element of wood.
Yes. So, wood. It's great. Let's think about some wood. Trees.
I'm in a forest.
Yes, trees. And those trees grow up. They grow out. Their roots are going wherever underneath. Those roots can break through concrete, right? Can't really stop wood.
Right.
See the wheels are turning. That is a wood child.
Oh, interesting.
So wood children, they tend to be authoritative. They're forward thinkers. They're gonna move. They're not so much concerned about details like a metal child might be. They're more concerned with global.
Oh, interesting.
So you think about that forest and how high it is, and they're just the top of those trees, just kind of like looking down. It's providing shade for others, but still going in its own direction, right? So that's what a wood child would do. And then you also think there are those times when in season, right, the tree's gonna kind of slow down and leaves might fall off, but then come right back and it's gonna bloom, and then it's just going, it's just prosperous. And so with the wood child, that can happen, and the wood person. So it'll be this: you try to contain me, you try to put that concrete there to stop me, but I'm gonna keep going, and that's how they will react when you try to stop them. It's kind of like a full speed ahead. Don't try to stop me. And if you do, then I might be able to contain it, because a healthy wood environment is being able to retreat. So kind of like how a tree would retreat during that time, but then to be able to move forward nicely. So it's that give and take. But in an imbalanced state, it is unhealthily retreating, only to outburst. So that's that child that has those quick outbursts all of a sudden that to you might seem out of the blue. But most of the time, they would have been holding something in. And then now here's this chance that is just going to come out. It may be at the most inopportune time, but it's going to happen.
Right.
So that's usually what happens with the wood child. They are prone to anger. So that's something that you might want to really be mindful of. And it's going to take time to really speak with that child, and instead of focusing so much on the anger, help support them by getting them to understand what they're feeling and how they got there. So then to kind of be able to get them to communicate, what exactly is it that's making you angry? And then to healthily let that out so that you lessen the likelihood of these huge outbursts. So by getting them to be able to draw in, because a wood can be so drawn out because that's their thing. They got to go up, they got to move out, but they're going to have a hard time actually coming inward. So you might have to give them some little exercises to really get them to come right on in, let's draw that in. Health-wise, they might be prone to headaches because that energy is going up. So they might be prone to headaches and like red eyes. A lot of it is more definitely with the mental emotional when it comes to the wood child. Also though, self-esteem wise, you might want to be a little bit careful because they're used to their work. It's it's got to be this way, it's got to be that, that's the leader. So anyone who opposes, they might have issues. So so once again, it takes that, like, let me work with the child, let me give them some tools on how to really handle those situations where they'll come across someone who is not willing to follow them, because that's what they want. But they're great because that's why we have presidents. That's why we have executives. That's why we have CEOs. That's why we have all of these people that are what we would consider the leaders and the authoritarians that are supposed to be there to help guide people and to really take that objective look. So you might want to find something for them that allows them to express and move. So the wood is definitely on that more yang side of the spectrum between yin and yang. So they do need to move. So they might be really good at team sports because it will give them an opportunity to work towards something that will put them in a leader role. So they might be like a captain of the team. Or if they don't want to play, they might be with the coach helping to assist. Because it's a way they're shifting, once again, that energy positively for them to be able to express it. Yeah.
All right, I just identified my other kid.
Bingo! Look at the fifth one, that's right. So, yeah, it's just, with the wood children, it's, a lot of people do kind of skirt around them because of that likelihood of the outbursts.
Right.
So, but it's really going to take the time to really teach them, and then even as a parent to have the patience because they're already prone to this extremely young, fast-moving energy as a child anyway, and then to kind of add that on board, it's, can I give you that we can work on tapering that? Don't take it away, but we're just going to taper it so that you know how to best use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
none of these things are about changing. It's
Right.
about understanding and then working with.
Right, exactly. And then, like I said, being you and just welcoming you as you are.
Right.
So that's what we want to do with the child. And then, as a parent, you're wanting to raise the child to be able to go out into the world and be successful.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So it's not about making them do one thing or the other. It's really more about, and at least in this realm, really understanding who they are and using this as a tool to kind of understand more of their inclinations, more where they might need some help, and to offer them those tools so that when they do go out in the world, then they can pull on those tools as they meet those stressors. Right? So that's really, that wood child, I love them. I mean, because they're great, they're going to come up with ideas and say, let's do it.
Right.
This is it. And that's it.
Right.
But they might need some help with how to communicate that to people.
Right.
Because not everybody's going to listen.
Right.
So
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's been great.
So as I said, check back in and let us know what you think. Did you identify your kids? I think I've identified mine. Let us know. Let us know.
Even yourself.
Yes.
Because it's just as important to know who you are.
Absolutely.
To better be able to work with your kid. So,
All right. Thank you.